obviously it's a bit of a learning curve back there for me, but it's pretty easy with Tommy out there. He's got great gap, great sticks. So for me, it's just trying to find plays and I guess kind of just try not to make mistakes.
Is that something you talk about before the game or in the game? Like, I'm ready, coach?
I don't really say anything. Obviously we've had some unfortunate D-man go down and some injuries that happen, and I don't know. It's like I said, I'm just kind of sitting on the bench and then hear my name get called to go D. So I'm just kind of hop down there and just try to do the best I can.
What's the biggest challenge? What's the biggest challenge?
Probably gap control. Just trying to figure out when to try to pinch on guys, try to be up in the play, and like I said, obviously I'm quite new to it, so don't want to try to give up 2-on-1 or breakaway and screw my D partner. So I'm just trying to be smart with the pucks and make plays in our D zone or through the neutral zone.
Did you make the play you made on the Knies goal, you made several times in your career with junior and NHL. When do you know that that's a possibility? Do you don't see that talk?
I don't know. I mean, just try to read the play, read the speed that I have, the D-man has, or the back checker, and try to read where Knies is, obviously. So, kind of just try to take all those into effect. Realize that I could have. It's obviously helps that he's a lefty. So for me, when I go to that backhand, it's quite easy to drop it right to his forehand and hopefully give him a chance to score. And it's worked.
How about Joe Woll tonight, picking up where he left off?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, saw his highlights when he went down for his little stint there with the Marlies, and he was outstanding there too. So, Joe's always locked in. Obviously, it's been a tough injury for him, but I think he's, for his age, is so strong mentally, and it's amazing to see. So I wasn't surprised by how locked in he was tonight and how good he was.
How do you break down the team's overall performance? You guys go 3-0, but let them back in.
Yeah, I mean, still a lot to clean up. Too many odd-man rushes against. Definitely some big saves from Woll there and some big soft spot D-man. So we got to make sure we clean that up. Try not to give up as many odd-man rushes throughout the game and try to make it hard to get torn out.
That was 200 wins for Sheldon tonight after he kind of took one for the team. In terms of the fine the other day, how did you feel about the job he's done here?
Yeah, great. Obviously, we got a lot of trust in him. He's done a lot of great things with his team, and we keep building to try to just keep getting better and better.
What did the Reeves fight do to the bench?
Yeah, a lot. I mean, he's a guy that plays with a lot of passion, a lot of energy, and you get it every night. So, you saw the reaction from the crowd, our bench. It's pretty jolting. So it was cool to see, and it's always fun to watch 75 kind of throw fist.
Mitch's maybe signature setup kind of move there. At what point down the ice are you thinking, like, this might be coming to me?
At no point, honestly. I was screaming at him to take it on his own. So, it was a pretty incredible play, and I was pretty lucky to tap that in right in the slot.
Are you aware, though, that he's obviously done that before? Like, are you thinking that this is a chance he might do this?
Yeah, I saw. I kind of made eye contact with him, but I told him to take it, so I didn't know he was going to go against my word like that. But got to put a pretty good hockey brain on him, so that was a good play.
How significant for you and Auston to score in this game?
Yeah, I mean, it's means a lot. I grew up watching this team, and the first time I could get to do it, so it's a pretty cool moment, and it's nice that he could get one too.
You talked about Mitch's how hockey smart he is. What do you think about him playing defense tonight, chipping in that way too?
Yeah, I mean that's how smart he is. He can play any position really. You can put him in, and I think he'll dominate and make plays, and he moved the puck really well, and I think he showed that he can play anywhere.
Considering his long rehab, what's it like to see Joseph get the win tonight?
Yeah, I'm really happy for him. I think it was a long process for him, and I think he worked hard on trying to come back as fast as possible, and that was a huge step up by him.
Considering your friendship with Cooley, how much does that goal give you? I know he scored later, but how much does the win and the way the goal played out give you bragging rights?
Yeah, a little bit. I think I'm going to chat with him here and, I don't know, bug him a little bit about it. But, yeah, I mean, he's having a pretty incredible season. So, it's just fun watching him.
Are you aware that the last time the Leafs beat the Coyotes in this building in regulation was the day you were born?
I had no idea.
2002.
I had no idea. That's quite a long time. I feel pretty old. So, I mean, that's pretty incredible. I mean, that's a huge coincidence.
Feel to get back and get a win.
Yeah, it was awesome. It's been a few months. I've really been missing playing, and be able to play at our home building and to get a win like that was pretty nice.
Didn't look rusty. How did you assess your game tonight?
I appreciate that. No, I felt good. It was. I've had some practices to get back up to speed, so I felt like I fit right back in.
Was it tough that you went like 9-10 minutes there in the first without even getting a shot? Like, hoping to get one early to get back in the field?
Yeah, every game's a little bit different and has a bit different of a challenge. So I think that was just a good way to make sure I was mentally dialed in.
You got the belt tonight, is that right? And what does that mean? And what did that moment feel like, around your teammates after the long road you went through?
Yeah, exactly. I appreciate them, recognizing that long road that I've been on, and again, it was just special to get on tonight.
The injury itself, it doesn't look like a high ankle sprain kind of type. It's a classic high ankle sprain that we see. Like, how did you sort of see that play out when you got hurt?
Truthfully, it's so long ago. I don't want to talk about it. Let's just move forward from the injured, awkward play and going forward.
Fresher memory, what was that 5-on-6 sequence like for you at the dying minute there?
Yeah, it was a good test. But I thought we as a team played strong and kept them to the outside and did a good job and finished it off.
As a goalie, is there any way to stop a move like the one Mitch did to set up Knies tonight?
I'm not sure. That was a pretty nice move. I didn't even think he was going to do that. I thought he was too far behind him. Again, he's showed what a special player is tonight, being able to, do that on offense and then play the rest of the game on defense. So, pretty cool.
What are you seeing from him when he's out there taking shifts as a defenseman?
Yeah, I was just saying out in the hall, like wherever he is on the ice, whatever position he's playing, I have full faith in him to do his job. Pretty special that he can play D and forward like that.
You mentioned the long layoff. What did you miss most about this kind of experience that you had today?
Yeah, I think, one, just being able to be not really thinking and just playing. That's something I miss a lot when I'm rehabbing, and it's a lot of, focusing and a lot of thinking about how to get back, and then you get to today and you don't have to think anymore, which is nice. And then just, being around the guys, I think initially in an injury, that part of it's tough. You're kind of on your own a bit more and not on road trips, so it's awesome just, being back around the team and being a part of it.
How tough is that mental aspect? As Sheldon did talk about the mental side of it today, and to just sort of push through that and just get back to this point.
Yeah, it's with each injury I've had in my career, it's been a challenge and a bit different challenge each time. So I'm happy to come out like I did tonight and learn some lessons down the road.
Joseph's performance after a long layoff tonight?
Oh, I thought he looked great. Just really, really composed. Just looked like himself in there, and played a great game for us tonight. For a lot of mistakes on our end, and just looked really solid. So obviously, really positive from that standpoint.
They just made that type of play to Knies before Auston Junior in the NHL. Just kind of blow your way and pull something.
Yeah, you can kind of see he's looking for him. He takes a peek over his shoulder, and but yeah, just a great heads-up play, and good on Knies to keep it with his feet and not give up on it, because you never know what you're going to do with the puck. But yeah, just a beautiful play.
What's it do for the bench when you see Mitch also chip in on blue line as well tonight?
Yeah, I don't know how much the defense like that, but it's always fun to see. And like I said the last time he was back there, he can really do it all, and his skill set and the way he skates and sees the ice. He makes for a pretty good defenseman and moves the puck really well. So it's good to know that when you get in a pinch like that, obviously you really hope G's okay, but when you get in a pinch like that, you can utilize a guy like him back there to not tire out the rate in 5D, because obviously when you get down to 5, it juggles things up quite a bit.
Have you ever done it on D at any point?
What stands out when you see Reeves do his thing and play to the crowd, get the building going like that?
Yeah, I thought that was a big turning point, honestly, and I think he's been playing some of the best hockey that I've seen from him since he's been here the last couple of weeks, and I think he's really found his groove. And it's been a while since he's dropped a glove, so I know he's been itching to get into one, and I just thought that was a big moment in the game, and just a big turning point.
What do you make of how the team handled this one? You get the lead, Arizona doesn't go away. How did you kind of assess the full performance tonight?
Yeah, I think it's obviously up and down. I think a lot of things we'd like to do better and clean up. It was probably more of an ugly win than anything, but it's hard to get wins, and especially this time of year. As the season's kind of in the back, last quarter, games are tighter, games are tough, and these points are very important. So we'll take it and move on and try to clean up the things that obviously weren't as good.
How significant that you and Matthew both scored in this?
super significant.
Mitch, the right-handed D you've been looking for? What's it mean for the team when he pitches in like that?
Yeah, it's great. You know, his willingness to do it, first of all, and his ability to go out and do it. I thought he gave us a ton in that second period when he went out there, just in terms of his ability to make a pass and keep plays alive and get us going a little bit offensively, to spend more time in the offensive zone. So, yeah, it was good. Obviously, we needed him. We talked about being in a jam on defense there this morning, and even jammed a little harder there. So, yeah, it was good that Mitch was able to chip in. And then, through the third period, the guys really just kind of held on and found their way through it.
How's June?
I don't have. I was just told he was not able to return here tonight. Look, it's a head injury, so don't know the extent of it.
Woll picked up where he left off in your mind?
Yeah, he was outstanding. He's a difference in the game here tonight. I mean, obviously we didn't play great here today. Joe was excellent. So yeah, it's great to get him back. Great for him to get through a game like that where the shot volume's not high. This Arizona team doesn't shoot the puck a ton, but when they do shoot it, it's usually a pretty good scoring opportunity. They make a lot of plays. Very skilled team. They make you move around the zone, and I thought he looked really strong and athletic. All the things we know him to be, he was that tonight, which is it's great to see.
When you said Mitch and willingness to play on D, I mean, do you ask for volunteers, or do you tap someone on the shoulder, or is there like a list of people that you think might?
No, I mean Mitch has done it before. Is the first thing. I think if you recall, we went through a little bit of an experiment in training camp and preseason a season ago. Just because we thought we could use him and his right shot and his offensive abilities to help us kind of launch our attack and help our ozone play. And we experimented with that a little bit and we kind of got away from it. But it's been a nice reminder of what we've gone through here. Obviously, he did it previously. I can't remember the last time he did it. It was a similar situation with an injured guy, I believe, and shows what he can do back there. Now it's nice and it's good when the puck's on the offensive side of the red line. I think it's a lot more challenging. You got to defend the rush, and you got to play in D-zone coverage and all these kind of things. And you didn't have to do a lot of that here tonight when we used him there. But yeah, in terms of his willingness, I'm just saying you don't really. I feel like he's the best candidate. He's done it. He's run power plays from the top throughout basically his whole life. Like he's comfortable being that last guy back and having the puck and being the guy breaking the puck out, and that's a special skill. Not a lot of forwards have that. You can have some of the most skilled players in the world, but being the last guy back is a different animal. That's a special skill and ability that the defensemen develop over time to be able to be calm in those situations. And Mitch has that, so that's why you go with that in his defensive acumen and his ability to defend. Yeah, he's a natural fit, and I say willingness because even though he has all those things, if he doesn't embrace it, like it's not going to go well. So yeah, I'm thrilled that he went and did the job.
Communication between the coaches in that moment. Like,
sorry?
Did you say you can take him for D if you need him, or did they come to you and say I need him?
It was a very short conversation. Quite honestly, Mitch was in the conversation to play defense for the entire game tonight, just in terms because we were talking about needing a right defenseman. Like even before the game started, we had a discussion about using him on defense tonight. So when we lost Gio, it was really just Rhino and I kind of making eye contact that we were going to use them, and so it was really, really quick that way. But it was more just kind of managing how the guy's feeling, what's happening in the game, where do the timeouts fall. That was really, really it. The second period, and then we felt in the third period we wanted to use them a little bit early in the period just to sort of manage the guys a little bit early, thinking that we needed to save some of their energy for the end.
He's made that play to Knies, not to Knies, but that play to Knies he's made before. It's still a bit of a gasp from your end when he does do that, given the presence of mind, the speed of the game, and everything else that's happening.
Yeah, there's a lot to there's a lot to process there in a short amount of time, you know, in terms of the spacing, the timing, you know, the decision on whether you yourself can get a great shot. I mean, Mitch has scored on some terrific breakaways this year. He's had some great moves to finish, and presence of mind to know that he couldn't necessarily get off the shot or the move that he wants to in that moment, but be able to process that Knies coming and to execute that. And then Knies the awareness to not just go to sleep on the situation, but to be alert and to finish it. Yeah, that's good.
That's 200 wins for you tonight. I know when we ask the players this question, they say we have something bigger in mind. It's a nice milestone and all that. Are you in the same mindset?
Yeah, I was just told it basically just before I came in here. I wasn't aware of it. Yeah, it's it's a credit to the great fortune I have to coach a good team. That's really like anybody that's kind of in that conversation. You're coaching good teams with good players, and I'm pretty fortunate. And it's funny anytime I see those kind of things, we've talked about this before with the segments, and I feel like we should win every game. So you show me the 200 wins. If you showed me our record, I would look at the losses and the overtime. Like those things drive me crazy. I feel so. That's kind of the way that it goes. You're not too focused on all these things.
Coaching fraternity is a small one. Andre said this morning you spoke with him in Chicago, I think, back in the summer. Andre Tournier, just what they're going through, what he's going through right now on that side, and they're still battling for him.
Yeah, what shows the relationships he has with the guys. Their team was, they were the better team tonight. They played really well, and that's, if I'm not mistaken, that's 6 games in a row now they've outchanced their opponent. The team has an abundance of skill. They play well. They seem to still have good energy about them. Despite what they're going through. It's a credit to him. I know we played them last year. Same thing. The team was really ready, prepared. He's a good coach. And yeah, we did talk in the summer. It was more about Kerfoot, coming on the scene there for him. But he's a good coach. They're in a tough spot. But I thought they played a good game today. I wish we didn't. It's great seeing Kerf coming back and all. I wish we didn't give him a gift. We could do without that. But their teams seems to be staying with it.
What did you make of Ryan's fight and the timing of it?
The timing itself, I didn't think much of it. Obviously, had a good contact in Camden, but I love the fight, love the spirit, love the energy. Got the crowd going. It's somewhat of a quiet, slow start. It took a while before the shots and chances started to come for either team. So it brought some energy and juice, and it's great for Evo to have that. But Evo's played some really good hockey for us here of late, and that's been great to see. He's skating to me on another level, and making plays and advancing the puck and doing all the things you need him to do. And then tonight, called for him to show that other side of it. But thrilled that he stood in there and did his thing that we've come to know and expect over his career.